Did you know that in 2010, a company released an app for smartphones called Recognizer that you were able to use to take someone's photo, and it would then use facial recognition software to find that person's Facebook page or MySpace page? Oh, you didn't know that. Oh, I guess you're too busy playing Angry Birds? I guess you're too busy. I guess you don't see anything wrong with that? I guess no creepy dude in a bar would just take the picture of some girl that he wants to go and hit on to then find her Facebook page, to then get her name, and then many people have their pages public, available for anybody to see, not just their friends, because they like to, of course, brag about how cool they are. They just let the whole world come and see exactly where you work, what you do, your whole family photos and all that stuff. So I'm sure that no creepy dudes are going to go and take pictures of hot chicks in bars and to find out, a little bit of information about them before they go up and, try to spit some game at them. Now, this app was supposedly designed for Android phones, but is not available in the Android store. It may have been for a small period of time before people freaked out and pulled it. Apple is a little more restrictive on apps, so at the moment, the app is not available anymore. But this was reported, this Swedish company called the Astonishing Tribe, back in 2010, created this app. And so, just another interesting aspect of Orwellianism. Of course, many bars now have facial recognition systems in them, so that you can actually, on your smartphone or your laptop or whatever, log in and see who's in the bar. Now, at the moment, most of them, the ones that I know of, don't identify the people individually. So at least now, here at the end of 2012 at least, these systems don't identify the individuals. But what it does is it can identify, the male to female ratio. So if you want to go to a bar, you can just log on and make sure that it's not a sausage fest. You can see, hey, whoa, okay, there's, 57% women in this bar. Okay, that's great. Oh man, okay, let's not go over here because there's too many dudes over in this bar, but let's go there. So just another interesting Orwellian aspect of facial recognition systems. And if you've been living under a rock, or if you've just been, playing on your MySpace page or your your Facebook page a little bit too much, posting pictures of, what you had for lunch, or posting pictures of your, your new car, your new motorcycle, or, whatever. This is what's happening. This is the Orwellian New World Order that we're living in. And a system was uncovered months ago called Trapwire. Just go and Google Trapwire, where the anonymous hacking collective stole a bunch of emails from Stratfor, this intelligence, front for the CIA, where this company wired in a bunch of, hundreds and hundreds of cameras in New York City, Washington, D.C., any bunch of big cities. They wired all these security cameras into facial recognition systems. And so they're running and scanning and identifying people and logging, who comes down what street, who does what, who does where. So we've been expecting this for a while. I mean, for like 10 years now. People have known about facial recognition systems. I'm quite surprised that it hasn't gone mainstream yet, but it's coming. 2001, might have been 2000, can't remember, 2001, 2000, I need to go and look this up to refresh my memory. The Super Bowl in Tampa, Florida, tested facial recognition systems and was able to identify a bunch of people at the Super Bowl who had warrants out for their arrest. This was over 10 years ago. And for, I think, 15 years, many casinos, they keep this on the DL, but many casinos have facial recognition systems to identify card counters. So if somebody's thrown out of a casino and they're listed in the Griffin book, the black book, they used to back in the 80s, they would have these books of known cheaters, known card counters, and it would have their photos in there. And security periodically would flip through these books to, refresh their memory so that they could spot these card counters. Because they'd come in with glasses and fake beards and wigs and hats and whatever. But the facial recognition systems can actually detect people whether you have fake glasses, a hat, longer hair, or whatever. There's a facial recognition system that protects Fort Knox that says that it could detect whether somebody got reconstructive surgery unless they just totally mutilated their face and changed it around. It detects what are called nodal points. So it can just pick up a bunch of places on your face. Depending on the light, they're not entirely accurate, but they're getting more and more accurate. So you can have it disguised, it can be low light, whatever. You could, gain a bunch of weight, lose a bunch of weight, grow your hair out, put on a beard, grow a beard, put glasses on. These systems are still going to detect you. So we're seeing this. We're seeing billboards now having facial recognition systems that identify whether you're a male or a female and your approximate age. And then it's a digital billboard created by NEC. These are over in Japan. I haven't heard of these in America yet. Japan seems to always be a few years ahead of us in technology. But these billboards, using facial recognition software, scan the people, and if you're a man or woman and it picks your age, approximate age, then it chooses an ad based on, what they think you're going to want, based on your sex and your age. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm sure that won't be abused. I'm sure that stores, bars won't abuse this kind of technology, right? I'm sure that it's okay if you, just happen to go to a head shop and, buy a water bong. Actually, those kind of stores might actually protect your privacy, now that I think about it. But many other stores are going to be logging the customers, who comes in, what you buy. Have you come in a bunch of times and not bought anything? I mean, Home Depot, Target, a lot of these big box stores have a system already that can determine whether you're lingering in an aisle. And if you linger in an aisle for too long, then it alerts security or it alerts customer service. And then that person that kind of walks down that aisle and says, "Oh, hi, may I help you?" You just think that they just kind of happen to be, just coming down that aisle by just by chance. But in many cases, these systems, can't remember what the system is called off the top of my head, but it's been employed for years, several years at least. It can determine, whether you're lingering in an aisle, whether you walk into a store. It logs how many people come into a store and don't buy anything. It logs how many people come into a store, and if you touch something on the shelf, it can tell whether you remove something from the shelf or not. These same systems are employed on the streets of New York City and Washington, D.C. to determine whether or not somebody leaves a package on the ground and walks away, under the assumption that if somebody does that, they're dropping a bomb. These systems are all kind of hush-hush. They've been leaked into the mainstream a little bit here and there, but most people still have no idea that these kind of things are happening. It's just Big Brother, just the beast system, just getting ready for this satanic, artificially intelligent creature, this all-knowing, not really all-knowing, but wannabe counterfeit God, this wannabe all-knowing, all-seeing, all-hearing, artificially intelligent beast system that's unfolding. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can check out my book, Big Brother, The Orwellian Nightmare Come True, if you want some more detailed information. Basically just parallels George Orwell's infamous novel, his dystopian novel, published in 1949, about this Orwellian system. That's where we get the term Orwellian. A lot of people still don't know that. More and more people coming aware of these things, and just people, many zombies are just still walking around, just don't know what these terms mean. Or they kind of know what Orwellian means, but they don't know where it comes from. It comes from George Orwell. So Orwellian is kind of a reference to the society that he outlined and wrote about in his book. So if you want to learn more, want to get yourself up to speed, it'll give you nightmares. I mean, it really will. Sorry. But you need to know what you're facing so that you can know how to fight it, you can know how to avoid it, you can know how to preserve your privacy in ways that you can, what little aspects that you have. You can learn how to avoid being discriminated against through Orwellian spying. abused, blackmailed, etc., etc. So thanks again for watching. More videos on the way.